Okay, looks like I've buzzed around enough. Let's try and get through this. Oh, it's weird not having side tone in my headset, but I think keeping my mic muted will help. So, anyway, the big thing that we're on like an hour of trying to start this, maybe a little less. With my artifacts, God, not having side tone is so weird. With my artifacts, um, the big thing the big difference between last week and this week is going to be weapons and Fischl artifacts. So some weapons are now level 90, so like a lot of my swords, which I need to switch to that, but whatever. So for Bennett, actually, I didn't do Bennett yet. Sacrificial sword, Festering Desire, they're both level 90. Fischl now has a Millilith set, except the only scuff one is this. Is it this? Where is it? Oh, okay. Well, that's scuff too. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so like the goblet could be better, which is why I didn't level up to 20. And goodness, finding electro cups is just ridiculous. I have one, but Beto is using it, and like you just do what you can, right? So Zhongli also has a level 90 weapon, even though I have like Primordial Jade Winged Spear. I just don't use him enough to get the benefit. So I think just having him generate more energy and having energy recharge is better. Like he doesn't do damage really. His sets more for he's a support. I mean, what the heck is going on here? Oh, I gotta fix his stuff, I guess. Oh, because I have Ningguang in my party. Okay, yeah. So let's or what's going on here? Is Ningguang just using Ningguang just randomly using his stuff. So it's little Benito. Let's do I'll take this one. Bennett can use that other one because that has I mean the crit's not super useful, but since he has Festering Desire, whatever. Okay, so now we have 4 pieces. Okay, there we go. HP hat. Where's young Bennett at? With his 1800 attack. Okay, attack. Cup. Attack. Cup. What uses this? Right, HP. I think he used that. If not, like it's not gonna hurt that he has it. I guess I just never had anyone use Noblesse. Which I really need to get Bennett like a Noblesse set, right? Like that actually be really good on him. God, my characters are so bunk. Alright, anyway, so I guess he has that. I don't know what I gave this guy before now. Let's see. Attack hat. Attack percent hat. I don't know where this. Oh, I know who that's for. Diona special. But Diona's doing this now. Oh, that was another thing I changed because I scuffed myself before I got Diona. So we'll talk about that in a second. In the meantime, this is where I belong. Okay, this has a lot of attack on it. That's why I gave it to him. Okay, so also with my artifacts, Diona now has 2-piece Millilith, 2-piece Bolide. It's not the best. I mean, I think like probably Noblesse would be better, but I mainly just want her for shielding. I'll probably figure out what to do with that later. I just don't have like there's other stuff I need to get. I was talking about it earlier, but the buzzing, the quality, it's a whole thing with the microphone. Okay, I think I'm Gucci. I'm gonna give him his weapon because he's already has it. I gotta take these items. I actually did Mona at some point. Okay, so you get that. You have the Hydro. Why do both have I been? What the? Wait, why do they both have one? Mastery, recharge, crit damage. I realized like I don't know what's going on when I'm playing the Beto comp. As in, like, I don't know who's triggering reactions, so like who should have the elemental mastery. I kind of don't care because we just win, but all I do was win. So I don't know. All right, anyway, let's go. It's been another thing. So I'm only recording 9 and 10 because somebody wanted me to, or somebody asked, and I said, okay, sure, I'll do it. They didn't really say, can you do it? But I always put timestamps in, so you know, if you don't want to watch 9 and 10 or hear my commentary, that's fine. Now I thought about, like, in these earlier stages swapping out and doing stuff like what I do for the last phase, but I remember, like, just going through these ones with a lot of mobs on it that's not floor 12, like Sucrose and Venti are just needed. Oh, let me show you this mess. So I realized this is going to be my focus for the next week. I was looking through, like, weapons and artifacts. So for one, I should go ahead and level that up to 90. I should finish out. Well, her talents are good at this. I don't really need to go up, but I might take him like 10 or something, which would be like 7, right? But her, I was like, man, you know, Sucrose be out there, but she don't really be out there. I saw her stats. I was like, damn, 600 attack. Like, what happened? That's because I got my girl out here with like level 0 pieces, and I was like, oh, I should probably do something about that, huh? So over the next week, I'm gonna be trying to get her some better artifacts, because I do use her on floor 11, which is a pain in the ass to get through. Now, I remember what I actually do is I gave her Venti has her stuff, because the first team is so strong that you know, I didn't really. I would have rather had it on Venti than Sucrose. So anyway, like I said, I did think about doing like the floor 3 setup, excuse me, floor 12 setup. But because I need there's just like so many enemies, they die so fast. I'd rather have Sucrose out there, Sucrose and Venti, just to pull things in and make these floors a joke. I also just don't run like a Bennett, the double fire, and then double cryo, I think, on the next one. Double cryo? Yeah, because Gon using that other party. I don't need to, for one, but again, like, I'm not flexible, honestly, with my parties. So, I just go with this, right? Another thing is the shields. Like, as you get through the Fatui and stuff. I mean, Beto has a claymore, but I don't like messing with shields, and I'm strong enough to where it doesn't matter, right? So we just do what we do. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's get through this, because it's been a pain in my butt. Swirl Mark 2. Now, some theory crafting in my brain, or some stuff I learned over the week that you all may find interesting who's listening. One, I learned a little bit about damage in this damn game. I don't know if they purposely make stuff a little hard to understand. I think it's so I think part of it is like it's not easy to understand end game stuff like ever, right? Like on your own, unless you're some kind of savant or you're like purposely trying to figure it out, or if you stumble upon it, right? Like if you're just an average bucko like me who spent too much money on this game, you're like, I spent money because Klee's my daughter, right? Like, lol. I don't care how strong she actually is. Oh, geez, was that 61k? I don't care how strong she actually is. Like, if she's strong enough, I'll use her, right? But when it comes to optimization, because I think that's fun still. Like, it's not like, I'm a bing bong. Things are not easy to always figure out in this game. If I've learned. And so, is that guy at the far end? No. So one thing I was talking to one of my other friends about was, like, damage, right? Because the reason why I swapped up, well, so I learned how Millilith set works, right? Like, I formed this whole HP Millilith set that actually had good stats on it for Diona. And then I learned this shit don't work with Diona. Right? I was like, oh, okay, cool. That was a lot of wasted resin. I mean, it gave me the opportunity to like mix and match her stuff, but I was just like, come on, like, what? I didn't realize that it only worked off the elemental skill, and it can work when they're off field. Like, I mean, I know it says it, but it just didn't click in my brain. That's how it works, right? So, get me out of this cage, bro. So that was like a big thing. Is like, okay, well, if it doesn't work with her, I have a perfect Millilith Zon Lee set, apparently, but I don't have enough pieces to like run Millilith and Diona. So that's why I talked about maybe getting that. Maybe getting the Noblesse set for Diona, because one of the one of the things with the Zhongli set I use is that I have to pick up a little elemental shard. I don't always want to do that. Like I should. It's okay, but I just don't want to, right? So, but the 35% elemental damage, I was like, oh, that's really powerful. So I want it. Now, back to the damage thing before I get too far away from that. The reason, how that came about was we were talking about Eula, my friend. Which if you're like, man, who's this guy? He sounds like a crank. Go watch at twitch.tv/cross, like amen, Lord Jesus, HW, like Highwind, right? Go watch. But I was like, dang, C1 Eula, she's pretty crank. Because she gets like what, more physical damage when she hits someone over 50% HP or something like that, or under. I can't remember which, but essentially I thought like, okay, when I read it and how I've been going about it in this game is that like elemental damage is calculated last, and it's calculated in the same way that like flat damage is. That's what I don't know. I just thought that's how the shit worked. But I was wrong, obviously, because why else would I be talking about this if I wasn't? That sounds weird to say. But I turned to be wrong. And so, where I was wrong at is thinking that this damage was just added on at the end, multiplicatively, right? So, if I do 1,000 damage, and I have zero, okay. Let's say I have 100 plus pyro damage, and I throw a bomb that does 1,000 damage, right? And I get the Zhongli thingamajigger off the ground, the shard, that gives me 35% more, well, just say 30% more fire damage, right? Then in my mind, that's added at the end. So I now do 1,300 fire damage, right? Multiplicative. That is not how that works. Apparently it's additive to your pyro damage stat. I totally forgot that was even a thing. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's a thing then. And so, going over it, depending on how much physical damage you already have, it's not always the 30% that she gets or whatever, Eula gets or whatever, right? So it could be, he just pulled me in. It could be more, it could be less, but we had looked at it and it was like 20% more or something, right? Off the numbers we were using. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fucking whack. And so that was a big thing of like, okay, so I've been understanding this completely wrong. And it's good that I learned now, sooner rather than later, how this shit is working, right? It's additive, not multiplicative. So it's not 1,000 times 30%, so like 0.3, added together, added to the 1,000 to get 1,300. You have to add it to the pyro damage stat and then calculate what the damage would be. I'm not doing the math in my brain. Just good luck. So with that said, I was like, damn, is retracing Bolide actually good on Zhong? It's still good. It's still good, especially because I need to pick up the shards anyway. And things don't always get hit by my pillars, because I only have one. That's not really an excuse or anything. I just don't play around the pillar. So with that said, I looked into some other questions of damage. One of the big ones I had being about Fischl. And Fischl was just using some random shit, right? Like if all those characters weren't C6 as I rolled on Not banner, what banner did I roll on? Ganyu banner. And the free Fischls and shit like that. The team probably wouldn't be as strong, and I have like some level 5 weapons as well. So with Fischl, what I was looking at was, okay, I have been playing Fischl and some overworld stuff and some event stuff, and I currently use Stringless, right? Because Stringless gives it's a rank 5, so it's 48% elemental burst and skill damage, and it gives elemental mastery. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. It's at 1.6. She'll actually be better in my team, I think. Even though I have no idea what's going on with the reactions. I think I just said that. I have no idea what's going on with reactions in my in that little party. So let me get these shields. So with Fischl, what I was wondering was, is Stringless better or is Amos bow better? Because I ran into that when I was doing the event, that event they had where you put the modifiers on and shit like that, right? I actually really liked that event because I liked how strong you could get off of the bonuses, like the farming the little stuff, while you also could turn on more modifiers. I thought that was much better than the hypostasis thing where you just like, I'm very weak and have to rely solely on my... Move over there. Solely on, you know, I int myself not just using my Ganyu. What am I doing? 50k damage, no problem. 48k, whatever that was. So with Fischl, I thought, okay, I think I just use the same team's order here. I thought, okay, so is it, how do we do this then? One, she needs a real set. Oh, I mean, let me back up. I'm sorry. Okay, so on Fischl, I was like, okay, she has Stringless. I have Amos bow. I'm also using Amos bow on Ganyu, but I actually had used Ganyu or Stringless on Ganyu while doing that event. I was like, maybe I should use that. And it's for Ganyu, it's actually not better because her, I don't know, whatever the scaling is of attack with her, the Amos bow is just way better. But rank 5 Stringless on Fischl was better for how I use Fischl, right? And so I did this whole calculator thing. Cross HW, twitch.tv/cross HW sent me. And I was able to like put in my stats and stuff, and I'm sure it just normalizes it instead of, because there's like a range of damage in this game, it seems like. But it was very helpful. I was like, oh damn, this is cool. And so I would recommend you use that to figure out weird details about how damage is, especially if you're like, damn, is this weapon or piece better? I normally don't have a problem with that, but that was when that was bugging me, was like, how do I look at this? And so with Fischl as well, getting the Millilith set, getting basically, you know, another 20% attack, and giving what the shield strength, because on that team that she's on, there's 2 shields coming out, one from Beto, one from little girl, little cat girl who's overly sexualized. Why do they make her like that? There's the thing. Yeah, there it is. And so I was like, that's way better for how that team plays, right? Getting the Millilith rather than just like 2-piece Thundering Fury and whatever the hell else I had. I think it was like Gladiators or something, right? And just going for like the best pieces I could get, because I figured like, okay, well, I'm gonna be playing this team. I'm still probably not gonna roll again until I'll do a big roll. Like I'll roll for Yanfei, and got, I think I got like 50 or 60 rolls. I got C2 Yanfei, C2 Diona, a random Diluc. I was like, okay, thanks for my pity. My pity next time, be guaranteed banner character. And I got a Noel. I think I got like some of those rolled up in like 2 in the same one. But other than that, I'm gonna wait on who I'm rolling. So I figure, okay, I need to work on my team. So in case they put these crazy events in where you can crank it out, there's only one person. Oh, okay, that's weird. My team can like make sure I always get my cranker shit going, right? And I like optimizing. So that's kind of like why I started looking into it. And with the Millilith set, I haven't used it yet on her because that was between the last Start Abyss and this one, but I'm excited to use it. I think it'll be really fun to see like what happens with it, especially since I make sure to rotate through those characters pretty good. Oh, can I get them both? Yup. Here we go. No swap. I've been having issues with my swapping. I had them last time. I'm gonna have them this time, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so Fischl, I hope she's gonna be really much stronger. I'm looking to see how much damage that brings to my team next time, because of the 20% damage boost and the shield strength works, like that buff works for that entire team, because even Xingqiu gets the damage reduction. I can't see it. You can't see it. The damage reduction from his swords is scales off attack, right? So even him getting more gives you more survivability. And as we know from that team, the big thing about it is making sure Beto can have as much uptime as possible to DPS, right? Like to have all the effects proccing, to have the swords proccing, have the Fischl, have Oz proccing. That's pretty much what that team is built on. So anything that lets me stay on Beto when I switch to her, to especially get the usage out of my Skyward Pride, is very much worth it. And it's something that I've come to value. So the other thing I learned about was the value of energy recharge. So I knew Skyward Atlas, it gives the, I think Skyward Atlas, which is the book, gives like attack %, right? But Skyward Pride is the two-hander. It's this one. Oh, I can't attack. The one that Beto, I always use on Beto. So it gives like 30% energy recharge, 33% I think. And it has a really high base attack of like 74. And I thought that's why it was good. Like I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense as to why that would be so good then. Because like super high base attack, everything in this game scales off of base attack. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. But it turns out, and that is one reason why it's good. And the proc is good because it scales with, when you use, the burst for Skyward Pride is that when you use your elemental burst, you attack like 7 times, or like a duration of these little waves that come out and do physical damage. So that physical damage, those waves scale off of plus physical damage, right? And so if you're running a physical damage carry, that kind of helps too. And you know, my Beto has 50% physical damage, so that gets buffed from there. But energy recharge as a stat, and you know, go to twitch.tv/crossfirehw. Like and subscribe, and if you don't know, if you have, you can subscribe to him for free. If you have, he can't get subscribers yet, never mind. But come here, you. But anyway, the point is, like, we were talking about recharge, energy recharge, right? And the value of it. What is with this dude? Come here. Bully me. And so basically on that team, Fischl is a humongous battery, right? Like she generates all of this energy for Beto, and then with double lightning you get the 1 second off or some shit from your elemental skill, so you generate more energy for those two, and it works out really good, right? Like it's very useful. Ew, what's that? What the heck? And so with that said, come here. I was with the energy recharge, I thought the stat was kind of useless, right? Like I didn't really understand. But when I play and Klee C6, she gives, yeah, here you go, my Klee C6 shit, right? She gives the energy to everybody in the party when she's using her burst, like 3 every 3 seconds for 15 seconds, I think, which is really handy. Am I going to make this on part 2? I was messing around. So energy isn't really much as a problem, but I ran into some problems with it. When you probably see it happen here too. I'm like, dang, I wish Bennett had some energy or something. But energy recharge is apparently a very powerful stat. It's so powerful that, like, I was reading about Diona, and it's viable to give Diona a energy recharge cup because getting her ulti out faster might be good for some people's teams, right? And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool to know. Like, I don't think I will need that, but it's like pretty cool that you can do that, right? That's an option because of how strong that stat is. So what I originally was working off of when I got to this end game was like, oh, okay, he like just go for crit damage. Like if you're DPSing in any way, if you don't know what to get, go crit damage, unless the character specifically scales with something else, which like Albedo scales with defense. Like I think he does more damage with defense or some mess, right? And so that worked for a while, but now, you know, I just know better that there's more. Oh, 50k. That there's more out there when it comes to damage like that, right? So that's actually pretty cool to know. Man, Thrash, I gotta kill this guy. This is 4-3. Let's burst this guy. So energy recharge is pretty good if you're. I think it was something like basically a lot of characters do a lot more damage from their burst. So having your burst ready and off cooldown is, I gotta see what's on here, is very useful. You need especially if it's like tied to the character. So like Beto's burst is godlike, right? It's so good. So having her ready to go all the time is good. Cleese is good. It's a lot of damage, but I don't rely on it as much. But I do rely on like Ganyu's. I'm like, Ganyu needs hers. So as I farm more Blizzard Strayer set or whatever it's called, I'm going to look into making sure I get more. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Ugh, okay, the water got to the end. What did I do about this? We're just gonna roll this. Let's see what. Let's just do it. Nope, not Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, I miss you so much. I'm here. That's what she says when you pick her. I'm here. I should really do something about this Sucrose. She's inting. She's not inting me. I'm inting her. I've failed you, Sucrose. But yeah, so, you know, as you're playing, keep an eye out for energy recharge. If you want to know more, visit twitch.tv/CrossHW to ask him questions. Because energy recharge is pretty important. And I think about stuff like, you know, those daggum, we'll get to them, the fucking Amen Preach boys. Those guys, those Electro, excuse me, Abyssal Lectors. Like I need my CC to come out from like Zhongli, even though his ult's like a really short cooldown or whatever. So, you know, all that's pretty important. Like, there's more. I'm just surprised by how deep this game is, whether by design or otherwise. You know, looking at you, Vanilla WoW, you did your best. Which is crazy to think back. I'm not going into Vanilla WoW. That's like some podcast material for one day. But yeah. So I went over Fischl. I went over Shield, Millilith, her Stringless. It's also so one thing about that real quick to go back to that is this flowing water? Oh my god. Is that for the Fischl thing. Maybe closer, don't I? Hey, stop hitting that. Oh, so some other stuff. Honey, Genshin or Kaching Mange has wait, let me back up a second. Fischl Millilith. Oh, Stringless. Okay, so the difference between Stringless and Amos is not very high. Like, let's also establish that, which is fine. Like, it shouldn't be, because you gotta pay money for one of them, and the other one you just, you know, good luck on you getting it. Little Stringless. And so, the damage was like 300 or something. I mean, but it's still a difference, right? And it's good to see. But the main thing I got out of that was, hey, my level 80 unascended or non-ascended Stringless needs to be upgraded, and it literally, if I ascend it and take it to 90, it competes with the level 90 Amos bow for what I need. So I was like, okay, I can kind of set my goals a little better, right? Like, that was pretty useful. So, you know, keep that in mind as you're playing too, of like, can I, what not necessarily what am I missing, because you'll never know, but just reading out resources of different things that you can do. The other thing I wanted to get into is the Kaching mains. When I was about to talk about that, was that I need this like one thing about the Kaching mains was that there's small interactions items that you may not know about, and characters and how they work. So one of the things was like for Klee, I didn't know that I can't show you because I can't get to the character screen. So Klee, it seems like this is a common thing with casters, is they all have something that wants you to do a 1-2 or like 1-2-3 or 1 something, but you want to get charge attacks in there. And so Klee has that too. She has a little flower that will spawn around her, and that makes her charge attack cost like no stamina, and it does like extra damage, like 50%, I think, which is why like Klee hits really hard on her charge attack. So other characters have this too. If you've played Yanfei, she has it. She has a lot more going on with her charge attack though, and so does lady, excuse me, who has so much fuck money she just throws that shit at you for her DPS of Ningguang. She has charge attack stuff going on too. So, I didn't get a shield just now. Whatever. And so anyway, So I can go ahead and ult you. No, not you. No! I didn't hear Sucrose come out. Think you can bully me. So, anyway, the thing is, and I can't show it to you. You can't ever see that shit. You can actually kind of see it floating around her now. But that ability does not always. I shouldn't use that. That has an internal cooldown of like 3 seconds, I think. And I did not know that, which I was like, oh, that explains why I end up with like no stamina sometimes, thinking I have more, because I didn't think there was a cooldown on it. Which, I mean, of course there is, right? Like, why wouldn't there be? So that was really helpful to learn. I think it talks. There's some other stuff in there of internal cooldowns, like, or how to. I don't know if this is in Kaching Main. It might be, but I did see a Reddit post of like the Wide Sith, the Wid Sith. Anyone uses that, of how to know what buff you got. It's based on like the number of notes, and it actually goes in order of the buffs in your buff list. So if you have, if the first buff was like Elemental Mastery, if you get 1 note, then that's Elemental Mastery. It's static. I just don't know because I don't use the Wid Sith. Damn, look at that damage. Oh, they're dead. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay, that was fast. I wasn't expecting to get to level 3 so so quickly. But yeah, there's stuff like that you can find on Kaching Main. So if you have like questions like, man, what is this? Does this have anything special on it, or does this do anything? Or at least for your mains, especially like your main teams you run in Spiral Abyss, because get your free Primo gems by doing Spiral Abyss. You know, check on Kaching Mains and see what's on there. And if you have questions or you're like, man, like I'm a bing bong, I can't read. Just go to twitch.tv/crossww and like ask in the chat about some stuff, and Yoners may be able to help you, people like that. So, all right, let's do 11-3. I guess this is why I need to actually pay attention now, right? Because this one, it doesn't show you. Man, you know, the events are so useful. They'll like show you like, here's the enemies within the arena, and I'm like, oh, thanks. You get the Spiral Abyss, and it's like physical damage dealt increased. I'm like, okay, thanks. Oh, also you got slowing water, bitch. And I'm like, oh, okay, really thanks. I shouldn't have used that, but whatever. Yep. Bleep. Solidify. Think you can fucking bully me? So okay, so I already talked shit about Diona because of how they made her, and it's still terrible, don't get me wrong, but I love her English voice because all she does is like talk shit, and I'm like, yeah, Diona, fuck him. You can bully me. No, Diona, I don't. I don't know if I gave my other team enough time to deal with those Hydro guys, but we'll see. Absorption test. But 1.6 is gonna be nuts for my teams, especially the Beto team, because those buffs are gonna be pretty good. I don't think they're gonna like overtake melt vape comps. I don't know what reverse melt does though. I don't think there is a system. I reversed vape, right? Because doesn't I was looking around some stuff and I saw like Child has like reverse vape comps with Xiangling. And I don't know if Bennett is part of that. I mean, Bennett's part of any team, don't get me wrong. But I mean, just in terms of proccing the reverse melt or reverse vape. And I think that's like how he does a lot of damage or something. It was actually really interesting to read about that. But oh, that's not what I want to do. Where did she come from? I'm out of order on this. That's okay. We'll just take it for now, I guess. I love these like abyssal guys and the crazy shit they say, to be honest. Oh, I don't like when they do that to me. Okay. I don't like when he fucking wrecks me though. You know, here we go again, right? Here, just get frozen. Oh, till you miss. Till I miss. I didn't save her ulti. I didn't save her ulti for that part. We'll be alright. I did not mean to, okay. Self it, self it. There we go. So I messed up on this floor because I did not save Ganyu or Beto ult for this part with the shields. So I'm kind of getting shit on. Because I just want to break those as fast as possible. So I'm I don't really. Ah, bruh, I'm trying to think, bruh. Like, you know, some time to think. I'm your opponent. I'm like, okay, but all right, let's just restart. Okay, so I will make sure to blow those ults much sooner so I can get them all back, because the slowing water is very annoying. I put my brain cap on, huh? Got it. That may not be. I see. So I actually wish I had Sucrose ult. I didn't prepare for this because I was fucking talking, but I wish I had Sucrose ult there instead to use before the slowing water buff hit or debuff hits. But you know, you play with the hand you're dealt, or the hand you deal yourself. Never mind, this is 4-11-3. I can go balls to the wall. Hup, 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 hup. Alright, this time let's end. I really did not prepare for this. Oh, I didn't get those.
Access denied. Think you can get away?
I should probably save that ulti too. Whoa there, boys. Let's slow it down, huh? Violence.
Brace yourself.
Take it nice and slow. Right, that should be one shield coming up. All right, you gonna put it up? Put what? Reverse melt, reverse melt. All right, there's one. That should be the second one right there. Oh, okay, they killed Ganyu. Oh, whoops. Okay, we'll just try it again. I did not check for buzzing. I might stop. Nah, we'll be alright. The buzzing wasn't too bad. Buzz boys. Let me out! I guess it gets the deep buff, huh? The slowing water debuff. That's fucking good to know. I gotta get frozen for it, but you know. Oops, look at you, booze hound. That's actually kind of OP. I didn't throw Humpty Dumpty. Jumpy Dumpty. Let me amuse myself. No. Let me amuse myself. Oh, give me that.
Born of ice and frost.
Hey, these guys will be able to freeze me so I can take off my slow and water. Oh, that works. With Bennett ulti, duh. You ever been a bozo? You do straight up bozo shit? That's fucking me. Not playing around debuffs. Give me that shield, boy. Oh. Oh.
Time for takeoff. Let's play. Let's light it up.
Here, hold that.
Everybody stand back.
Okay, where's my Bennett cleanse? There it is. Oh, he gave it. Shit, they walked it off. And they ain't going nowhere, baby. Oh. All right. Well, I tried to play around the Bennett buff, then they slashed me up. So. So we see how that went. Get these built out. There we go. There you go. Down the little Benito ult. Alright, that's one. Ah! You wanna do it again?
Haven't won yet.
Hey, got frozen! Ah! Just too good. Off-field DPS too good.
Think you can get away? Here we go.
That didn't swirl in the ice? What kind of crap. Alright, well, I guess we did it. So that was harder, I feel like, than it should have been. Okay, now since I've been talking about fucking Fischl all for the last minutes, and I don't know how many. What's my bag? What did I get? Oh, I didn't know I claimed the rewards. I usually claim them all at once at the end. Okay, so my boy's good, right? Sacrificial, got artifacts. Which he does a lot of damage too. So I actually ascended Fischl, but she's not gonna go to 90. I did send him as well to get his little bonuses or whatever. He also has a crazy amount of like energy recharge. Look at this mess. Where is it? 257%. And that's because I used to set on Mona. Excuse me. And Mona gets like hydro damage bonus somewhere off of energy recharge. So I was like, hopefully I get a much energy recharge. But it turned out to be okay. His ult's always ready when I need it. His eyebrows did something weird there. So that's good. Lilith. Alright, I think we're Gucci. Right? Right. Let's tackle. Let's go see our Abyssal Lectors. I want one in my house. Wait, I didn't claim the rewards. Where do those things come from? Wait, where did those come from? I didn't claim any here. Alright, well, whatever. I want those Abyssal Lectors in my house. I just want to make them like an altar, and I want them like just to say their voice lines over and over. Breach, breach, amen. What's the bonus? There is no floor bonus, right? Yeah. Which means, thankfully, there's none of that slowing waters mess. Yeffe. And Zhongers. Beto. Water. Oh, they're all right next to each other. Yokai! I don't remember who's on what side. Did I do that? Yeah, okay. We're on the right. We're on the correct sides. I mean, people are on the correct sides. That's really useful for like Ganyu. I don't use her like that.
No touching. Gather. Teamwork is strength. Blaze over. Next on the.
No, I need the fire one. Where did my pillar go?
Quake, order guide you.
Hey, let's cut all that out.
Access denied. We're waiting.
There we go. I think it's died. Oh, no it didn't. What the fuck?
This is long overdue. Born of ice and frost. No touching.
Some energy back for the next floor. I didn't try to go in dry. Give me that. There we go. Oh, I guess I really need it. No. Okay, so we can actually Fischl first.
As you wish, me.
Mine for line.
Think you can pull anything on us? Rain cutter. To ashes.
To ashes. Wish I was hitting them all. I need to go hit these. Give me the attack speed bonus, you bozo. I don't know if I just perfect parried right there. It's up against this damn wall.
Rain outlines your hit. Witness the power. Eyes on me.
Eyes on me. Didn't mean to do that. Shadow wave and come. Sever night from day. Shadow Raven, Black Knight calls. It's me, Fischl. Okie dokie. 20% attack. I remember when I first did Spiral Abyss on Clee Banner, I think, or maybe a little after. I think it wasn't after. And I was trying to like beat the Fatui guys on 12-3, and I legitimately had to take character all into a res because I kept dying. Little did I know it was actually this artifact diff. Like that was actually it.
Access denied.
Just need to drag all these guys together. What did he just say? Replace my heart with fury? Replace my heart with fury! Fucking insane guy. I was watching some streamer do this floor, I think, and like they had to actually like play around the little flies and like try to kill them, and I was like, I don't have to because Klee would just automatically kill them. Thank you, Klee. I'm going into this next one with. Oh, there's a whole nother. Oh shit! I'm up here fucking around, talking shit. Everybody stand back. Get everybody some energy back then. Well, I'll make sure I send in your boys ult.
Stabilize.
Born of ice and frost.
Born of, what was that, 8:17? I hope I got enough time for this. So I'm gonna have to restart because I did not keep track of my time there. That first wave of enemies. 8:33.
Rain cutter, rain outlines your fate. To ashes.
Boom. Let me out! Let me out of this cage! You can't stop me, water boys. Uh oh, I switched too early. You can bully me. Where is he? Where's that little fucko at? Is he dead? Oh no, there he is. I'm about to restart. Let's see. That might be okay.
Eyes on me.
I thought those cranes were shooting at me, but they weren't when I did that.
By royal
Hey, don't be backstepping. Come here. Hey! Hey! Okay, I think we beat it. Was that 7 minutes? Okay, it was. Hey, chill, Beto. They tried to backstep me, and they backstep right into your boy, Oz. Is this Preach? This is Preach. Behold! Preach! Preach! Oh, wrong side. Take that. Okay. Gotta be careful though. I can't just give them that free again. When I say free, let them have all my energy. No! Get down! I need to break shields, because I need... Why is he so much healthier? Ugh, my energy! That shit hurt it. That shit hurt it too! Why does it explode so high? So much, so why? Grace! healed up. Get healed up, baby girl. Get healed up. Hear ye. The holy proclamation. Hear ye. Fight for my freaking life. Ugh. I messed up my energy somewhere. Probably when I got hit like 80 times by these guys. Let's restart. Probably when I got hit like 80 times because I wanted to just stand there and try and turret cleave for no reason. Hear ye. I wonder if that 30% attack is better than the 20% normal damage. Hear the gift of grace. Oh, also the other thing about Klee is her ulti snapshots. Oh. That's like getting bopped upside the head. The gift of grace. I'm just giving over the free. Alright, he's down. He wasted his shit on the orb. Hey, where's the Ganyu ulti? Where's the Ganyu ulti? There it is. That's what I really need. That's what I messed up on in the last video. I didn't have my Ganyu ulti ready for when they brought up their shields. That was really bad. Hear ye! Is one dead? I think one's dead. Hear ye! Amen. Latome pray. If you want to learn more about Latome and Latome pray, visit twitch.tv/crossHW. Give me this bitch with no supers. But I got one. You. She's a problem one. Where'd the bitch go? Oh. Thank you about freaking Fireboy too. Look at you, booze hound. I hate that I don't know how to group them together. I don't use Venti on this obviously, so let's just hope I can kill that other one in a minute or less. Our money's back, guaranteed. Which for Tui actually take like 10% more. They have 10%, negative 10% physical resistance. Well, I guess we learned from last week, didn't we, boys? Of being the electrolectors and not playing when you're tired. Look at that. Amazing. I think that's crazy. That last one was like 45 minutes long and most of it was me inting. This one was like 45, probably like an hour actually. And most of it was me talking for the first fucking 9 and 10 and 11, 1 and 11, 2. Alright, I'm going back to my teapot. I guess you just get one of these when you clear it, but I don't know. I didn't know that. Can't deploy here. Take me to my teapot. Take me to my teapot! Let me out of this cage! You can't catch me, summoner. Let me out. Okay, well, I hope it wasn't buzzing on the mic. If there was, I'm gonna upload it anyway and just cried, and you hear none of my commentary until next Spiral Abyss. Okay, bye. Oh, God.